Well, hello everybody. I am back now. We were doing a kick and bass last time, and I hope that one worked out pretty well. I hope that one helped you somewhat. We did melodic kick and bass in Cryptonym way. If we're gonna do it again, we can take and do some kind of melodical bass like this instead. What I did was I marked all the top ones. If you see that is folded up, if you take E, all the twos, all the ones are in E2, G2, A2, holding shift and then arrow down, then you get everything in. Bass note is E. Well, I don't like E because E it's kind of too dark for what we are doing right now, so we put everything up to G or A. And to get a little bit more distinguished melodical pieces, take all the first notes on the uprising and the same thing on these uprisings over here, put them down, put them all down to that note, the bass note A. You get a really nice sort of melodical bass line to play with. If you have samples of hats and size, or if you have a synth that you use for hats, use that one. I have made a special for me. I can another time maybe I can show you how you can do that. If you have, it's lots and lots of samples that you make to mix together. Actually not mix together, but you put in a sampler. I can show you like this for closed hats, and if you then take this zone, you put all your hats you have, closed ones. I have like 128 of them, and then I use the selection and I distribute ranges equally, so all the 28 hats are equally arranged, and all same thing with my open ones and same thing with my closed ones, as you can see. And then I mapped the selection part, this I mapped to a macro, and then I can let's see now, I can scroll around and still choose what I want to have for special sound on the hats. We make that a bit, change that color to orange so you can see. We can change that to blue, and same thing with the bass, and then we take the hat to red, just so that we are able to see what is what, you know. And I told you like before in Psytrance, what I can hear is that a lot of hats, closed hats, are in 16th, like so. Let's change that to that one. And if you then have open, put them on 8 notes, 8ths. And with snares you put them on quarters. Something like that. And a good arrangement for it is to be that what I can hear most of the times, it's before the break. Don't have the snares coming at the last 16th bar or something like that. Before that, in this one, we can take away the snares. We can put it as narrow again. And on the first one, take away the open or the closed ones. That's up to you. I usually take away the open ones. So you get something like this. It goes on and on and on, and then open, and then snares. So you see, you get a kind of groove. If you want to have some kind of breakdown, do that. And with, I would take away maybe this. Other people will say that, no, but this is not good, this is not right, you have to do some variations to everything. Well, in every, what is that, every 4 4, and it is 1 2 3 4 times 8 long. So, and then if you take that and you do the same thing with this, take away that, and then you can take away that snares, that hats, and in this this part you cut it out with Control E, and then Control J it to consolidate the MIDI clip, and then you can actually make some variational grooves like this. So you have, and then actually what you can do is just take away those. Or if you want to, you can take away those and take away those. And if you then copy that one, then we take away every second of those, like so everybody gets like some kind of nice groovy variation to it, and we can do the same thing with all these. For the next variational part. And now to get some kind of things for this, kicks and dead and bass and well, you might want to have a pad in together with this. Well, I wouldn't use operator. We keep it on FM mode, frequency modulation mode. Pull that one up, pull the saw up. I like the saw D and then regular sign on oscillator B. If we take pitch envelope, actually we don't use pitch envelope this time. We use LFO on a point of rate on say 1 to start with, an amount around 50%, and filter we can use a high pass ladder. I think it's kind of cool, around resonance around 3. Yeah, we're gonna change around that one, so we're just gonna find the frequency that fits the most. Yeah. And in the envelope, high release, really long attack on the saw. Same thing. Take a bit higher rate. Take a high 12, maybe. If you don't like the saw, you can use the sign here too. It is just that the sign. For me, the sign is not that the best. The best one to use, but that's just me. And I'm a stupid guy. Why is there kind of no release at all? Yeah, now we're starting to get somewhere. if you take around 16th bar long, the bass is in what is the A, then we should actually keep everything in A. I will switch back to my saw, and I might change that to white noise instead. Take the rate up to 10. As you see, you get a strange, really nice, wicked build-up for the kick and the bass to come in, and then to if we take a let's see now, if we take a let's start with the reverb to get long, smooth how do you say it? A long, smooth tail to it. And also we can make things happen with it. And if we then take now, say low cut, I put in low cut and I put it around 2500 in this area. And I took the thing to around 4.5 in the small area here for the low cut and the high cut together, just to kill all the lows in the reverb and then take away all the really high, most of the high things, because we're gonna use a low pass and high pass filter here, so low cut, and you know, is to kill all the extra low. Take the quality to high in the global quality zone right here. Keep the size as it is, the shape can be as it is, the spin we can actually take, the chorus we can put up a bit, around 0.15 Hertz, around 23. I think it's kind of good actually. Take the decay time and put it around 30 seconds, so 30, 1, 2, 3, 30,000 milliseconds, that's 30 seconds. So dry wet you can keep at 50%. Now let's see. As you hear, you get that really nice, watery, if you then take away the noise a bit, -10 maybe is good for the noise loop I took, not white noise. Something like that we could use for an intro. You might want to have some, we can change that to the green colored operator so we can see. You can save this if you want to put in a chorus to it to make a little bit more, make it more filly, or filly, make it fatter and make more, take it, let it take a little bit more space to make it a little bit more, you know, to have a little bit more sigh-ish, drone-ish sound. Put the amount around 2.5 and the rate around 2.5. A little bit of feedback, like 15-17% feedback. Keep the polarity at plus, leave the high pass if you want to, you can change that too, and then modulation on both. Now you can change the, now you can save this like I did before, mark all of them, put on control group, open up, and then you can change the parameters and macro them too. I don't know if you need to actually. Maybe you want to have control over the LFO or the frequency. We can map it. Let's say this to be a pad slash drone. Water drone maybe? Something watery, sea. I don't know, I say water drone-ish. Just for fun. Water drone-ish. Okay, good. We have a new thing. Cryptonym 2013. February. Water drone-ish. Drone-ish. Trademark Cryptonym. Water drone-ish. Trademark Cryptonym. It sounds good actually. Now, if we map this, you might want to have control over the chorus dry wet. Yeah. Chorus dry wet. And as I said in the last one, control R to rename. And then yeah, you can actually have that, and you can 100%, so we can put it on 50 now, so we have the same setup. And the volume you might want to have control over for the pad, the whole thing itself. So, and as I said before, 0 decibel, perfect. And now we can, in this one, we can actually control the amount of white noise. It's called oscillator B here, but we say white noise. White noise. And then for the oscillator A, we mapped that one, and this one was a saw. And you might want to be able to control the filter, so filter frequency and filter resonance, something like this. Yeah, I don't know if you want to control anything more. Maybe you want to control the attack on the saw. The saw attack, it's now awesome long, like it should be. I don't know if you want to control the, you want to maybe want to control the LFO. So was it, yeah, LFO rate and LFO amount. Perfect. Now I think we can color them. You can color the saw and the white noise. You can color the frequency to kind of gray-green thingy. The LFO I would like to have red, completely red. We can change those to blue instead. So the chorus, I feel chorus is purple, and the volume is always supposed to be green, so yeah. Perfect. Or if you instead want to be able to control, instead of being able to control the chorus, you want to be able to control the decay of the this one, the reverb. So we remap, take away the chorus, we rename by deleting, and we put in decay time, yeah. Decay, perfect. 60 seconds, and it's supposed to be around 30. Now you have full control, so now you can put it up to 60 seconds long, or 30 or 15. You can change it to take up to 0. Yeah, that works better. Now we resave it. Whoa, it's starting to peak. We have to actually maybe wanna put down the volume maybe a little bit. Something like that. Now you might want to have a want to have a kind of a squealy thingy, like a you know, the regular size apps or something like that, but not really saps, but still. Open a new operator, put in the saw. One, two, three, four, and then 1, 2, 3, something like that to begin with. Whoops, sorry. Yeah, it's a simple. That's because we can now change them around a bit. You know, we can change so it sounds. Yeah, I know it is not the best melody. I usually just go with like this to start with, and then I go up. Maybe that one. No, that one. That and that. That one. That one. That. And there we go. This is actually how I start almost every melody. Then I kind of duplicate them, like so. And then I take maybe. Then I usually actually used to do. I used to mark all of them usually. Then I go in and do 32 as the half of a 16, because the 16 was before and now we put it on 32 again. Why I do that? To get the shorter notes, shorter kicks, you know. And then I take like the last 3 top ones. Maybe change that one to up there somewhere. And then I do the same thing with these over here. And with that one. As you see, the sound itself ain't that good now. But that's because we haven't done anything. We just put in a saw. That's all we have to have. That's all we have done. If we now take a low filter, put up the resonance, put up the thing. Or we can take another kind of take a high pass. Now if we use the filter, we can. Should we do a double saw to make it a real? Yeah, that was I'm not gonna come to. You see, now the thing is not that really that awesome sound. It sounds more like a game. You know, it sounds more like a TV, like a Super Mario game or something like that. But if you take an LFO one, take away this R for retrigger, you know, and then put up to 10 to begin with. And if we then go, now with this LFO you have a destination B here. That one you can choose to go on filter frequency, as because of the destination 1 is 100, take the destination B and go to -100 to start with. Why? You might ask. Well, if the destination A goes up and down and then up, then destination B would start going down. So when the pitch goes up, the frequency go down, and then they meet up and change. That is a it's here. Maybe it's something doesn't work right. Hold on a second, I gotta check. Filter frequency, yes, it should. It should actually. LFO. Like that. Destination A should be at around 50% and destination B should be around minus 50% to get the whole thing happening. And if we then take the rate around 20, if we now go up, take it around 70, just for fun. And now you might wonder what happened if we go with longer notes. Okay, let's go with longer notes. Just do that, just for fun, go with longer notes. Easiest way to go longer notes, use the original BPM thing here in Ableton on the when you go into the MIDI clip. The original BPM, if you change that one to 290 by pressing this divided by 2, you play now in half tempo. And now we can put in some effects on this one. We can put in really nice cool effects. We can take away the shaper of this one. We don't need that one. It works anyways. You can use a amp if you want to have a more gritty, more twisted, hard sound. You put it on with an amp. Take the amp from Ableton's own amp. Put it on clean, boost, rock. You might be a heavy guy or girl, or you might be a rock gal or guy, and then or you really like the one of the boost. Well, use that one. Use the boost one then. put on dual. That's fun because if you have dual, you can actually use the amp after a ping pong delay or something to delay the ping pong too. Yeah, it's stupid freaking things I remember all the time because I am like I am. I'm not really a big fan of the amp myself, but it actually works pretty good with this noise, so I use it for this. Put on 7 in volume. You can put the gain to 10. If you wanna have to cut out some low filters, use that before the amp. To cut out the filters, like at around 200. Just in case. Then 0.70 on the Q. Just because if you go to 1.82, you get a small boost at around 200. If you go to 70, you don't have that. You have a clean curve. It's a good thing to remember. You might want to have a chorus or a flanger maybe for this one, actually, not the chorus. The flanger, just to play around with it. I've used feedback around 180, and the delay time I will go to 1.90. High pass you can keep it 100. The rate I should actually take to change to 0.20, I think it's. I have we have actually made a real twisted groove thing. If you feel like you want to have some other things inside of this, if you want to have shorter notes, well, use shorter. It's the same thing here. Use with the envelopes, shorter release, shorter notes. Longer release, more interference. Actually, on envelope B, you can have how long release you want. You can have a shorter decay if you like that. It doesn't matter. What it does is actually it's just messing a little bit more with modulation A, oscillator A, because it's an FM oscillator now. It's not a dual oscillator, it's an FM oscillator, frequency modulation synth line or synthesis. What it does is to take the frequency modulation from the oscillator from A or B and messes it and, you know, modulate A with it. If you then put on a C, the C modulates B and B modulates the modulated B modulates A. And you understand it. D, C, you know, it goes from D, if D modulates C and C, that is modulated by D modulated the B, then the B, it's gonna be modulated by both C and D in that sequence, and then A is gonna be fucked up. It's gonna be really messy if you're not lucky. You can actually make really cool sounds with it. I'm not saying that you can't. I'm just saying that it can be really messy too. But for this, it's awesome like this. And this is actually a freaky thing. I'm gonna call this for freak lead just because I can. I'm gonna group it, and I'm gonna rename the instrument like this. Rename to freak lead, and I think I actually just gonna I don't know if I'm gonna map this one or not. If we like mapping it to to be able to play with the ADSR, we can do that. But that is another point thing. I think this one is actually good as it is. If you wanna have some control over it, just do as we did before. Punch in the map the things you wanna have, and well, keep note of keep remembering how you would actually like to do the with the filter and stuff. Yeah, I'm gonna map the filters. I'm gonna map the filters for it, both filter frequency and resonance. I'm gonna map the volume. I think I'm gonna map the dry wet for the amp. That is actually amp. I'm just gonna put it named amp. I'm gonna map the flanger just to be able to kill it or not kill it, you know, take it on off. I'm gonna map the LFO rate and LFO amount, just to make sure that I have that. I'm gonna map the flanger, put on the amp again, and put up the volume. Always volume 0, nothing more. Maybe I wanna have on a saturator just to keep the compressor. Maybe I wanna have to keep the folk control over the volume. Oh, wrong button again. Give it a quick attack. Actually, not too quick. Keep it as it is, like 1 millisecond, 20 milliseconds for the release. The ratio, take the threshold to around, now we're gonna see so you can see what I'm doing. Threshold to be around minus 25, I think it's felt like it was the best one. Ratio I want 1.6, something like that, to give it a small compression, but just how you can control the actual output thing. I don't know what more to actually. We have a macro here. We can macro the frequency modulation. We can call it actually Fremod, F-R-E-M, not F-R-E-E, Fremod. Just to be able to fix it. I have put the frequency to around 1,000, not 10,000. 1,000. The resonance I put a 4. LFO around 50 to begin with, or 70, as it 75 maybe. 100% amount, you can take it actually to 75 too, just to be sure that it's not collapsing. And then you can take away this. We can color the filters again to blue. The volume should always be green. Amp we can take at yellow. Flanger at, I feel flanger is more a pink thing. Frequency modulation we can take at yellow, helpfull, red, both rate and amount. And now you can actually see it. This kind of works like this, kind of good. And if you then save it now to Freaklead again, we save it to Freaklead, and we put it in our folder of that I have put on the name the tutorial instruments. And I hope that water drone and the kind of sap thing with the operator, it's kind of freaky sound actually. And I'm gonna show you now. If we put this one, if you put the amount of the LFO to 100 and the LFO rate to 127, you get what I call the psychor bubble lead or something like that. It's a really fast LFO, as you heard. If you then take away the flanger, as you hear, you get a really, really disgusting nice. As you see, you can have fun with this one now. I hope this has been some kind of help for you. I'm gonna change that to green. No, take that to yellow. Yellow. Freaklead gonna be yellow. Well, I hope this one has been helpful. We're now in 145 BPM. We have made something like a 2-minute track. Right now is over 2 minutes, it's 2:30, something like that. As you see, it's really easy if you just have a quick idea on how to do it. You can actually get on with it and make it really quick. If you follow my steps now and follow me, just follow my imagination and actually do your own thing with it. Just take my things, take my help that I give you, but make your own. You can use mine, you can use this. I ain't gonna do anything with it afterwards. I might be able to, we can make a track out of it. You can make your own tracks with it. You can make your own style of it, and then we can maybe make a compilation album to put together, like the Cryptonym tutorial remixes or something like that. That would actually be fun. If you want to, we can do that. Otherwise, is there anything more you would like me to talk about? Is there anything else you want me to have to say to you? And if there's anything you have to say to me, please comment under the video. I will check them out directly as soon as I get them. You know, I have been check them out. This one actually was a comment. I got a private message from a friend of mine. He wanted me to show the show how you did the Freaklead and the kind of watery build-up drone-ish thing. He wanted me to show this. That's why I did the video. And until next time, take care. And there is no, as I said in the video before, have fun, take care. There is no limit to your imagination. So just keep on producing and have a lot of time. Have a real blast. Next time, take care.